Okay, so on this one, the y-intercept is actually going to be 360. Okay, right here. And what does it represent? Well, if this is labeled as the height above the canyon, right? If the graph starts here, okay, it means that she starts 360 feet. We can say above the ground, right? Or if you said something about that's how tall the canyon is, right? So that's essentially what we're representing is where does she start, okay, when she starts to hike, like how high does she start off the ground? Okay, we're going to add table, okay, and you're going to type those points in. So you're going to type in -3 and 9, and then you're going to type in -2 and 4, right? I want to make sure this is x1 and y1. If it says x2 and y2, I always want to change that back, okay, because otherwise it's not going to match. And so notice it went ahead and put the points there. And then the only thing I have to do is press Y1, my little squiggle, so shift and the button next to 1. MX1 plus B. Okay, and then from here, I know that my slope is -5 and my y-intercept is -6. So if they ask me for the slope, the answer would be -5. If they ask me for the equation, it would be y equals -5x plus or -6, sorry. Okay, so notice it overlaps. Okay, you're going to add your table. Okay, we're going to type in 3 and we're going to type in 1 and we're going to type in 5 and 4. And then we're going to go ahead and y1, little squiggle. I'm sure there's a mathematical word for it, y'all, but you know, squiggle works just fine. Okay, mx1 plus b. And so one thing I want to point out to you guys is if it gives you a slope of 1.5 and your answer choices are fractions, you can type them in 1.5. And if you click this little fraction thingamabobs, right, then it's going to go ahead and convert it to you to 3.2. And then vice versa. If you type in 3/2, okay, then it's going to go ahead and give it to you as a decimal. So it's right there for you. You don't necessarily have to go to any other extra screen. So looking at this one, okay, it's Jasmine is correct. Okay, it is not a function. And because remember, when I looking if something is a function, I'm looking at the x values. So my x values here are 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so notice that I have 2 2s and I have 2 3s, right? So in a function, my x's cannot repeat. Okay. And so since I have 2 2s and I have 2 3s, okay, no, this would not be a function. So on this one, notice the only thing I care about is the x values. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, since I have no repeating x values, yes, it is a function. Now, I know I have a repeating -4, but I don't care what the y's are doing. Okay, the y values can all be the same. They can all be different. It does not make a difference to me, right? The only thing I care about is the x values. So in this case, my x values are 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? Because it's the first ones. So that's why it's a function. And again, feel free to correct it, right? You're using this as a study guide. Remember that range, right, is bottom to top. Okay, bottom to top. Therefore, if I look at this, okay, this orange doesn't even matter because the orange is left to right. So I don't even really care what the orange is. The only thing I care about in this case is the green. Okay, so the bottom part of the graph is at -2 and the top part of the graph is at 2. Okay, so guys, when you're looking at range, the only thing I'm looking at is the y-axis. These numbers don't even matter. Okay, I don't even care about these. These mean nothing. The only ones that I'm looking at are top to bottom. Okay, so it's going to be -2 to 2. Notice it's a y and not an x, right? All my x's are gone. Okay.